はい、皆さんこんにちは、与沢翼です。今日はですね、ものすごい本当に大物の方に、ご自宅に来ていただいてまして、とてもちょっと緊張してるんですけれども、バイビットの、創業者 CEO のベンさんに来ていただいています。よろしくお願いします。
Hey everyone, thank you. This is Ben from Bybit.
私もバイビットのみを今使っていまして、もともとのそのバイビットとの出会いはですね、もう何年も前になるんですけれども、バイビットが小さかった時にですね、ベンさんとお会いさせていただいたことがあって、その後遠くから見てたんですけど、ものすごい勢いでバイビットが世界有数の取引所の一つになられて、そしてですね、私も今仮想通貨をメインでやっていて、株とかよりもですね、為替とかよりも仮想通貨に力を入れているような感じです。でその中でバイビットを自分自身もトレーディングのプラットフォームと現物の仮想通貨を買うときにも全て使わせてもらっていて、で私のチャンネルの視聴者さんもすごくその使っている人が多いので、これからですね、私がやっている YouTube のメンバーシップのメンバーから質問を集めてきてます。こんなにね貴重な機会はないと思いますので、今から早速質問に入っていきたいと思います。それではクエスチョンの方、ベンさんよろしくお願いします。まず最初にですね、なぜクリプトカレンシーに興味を持たれたのか、クリプト業界で起業をしたのかと、そしてその中で取引所エクスチェンジを選択されたのか、ここについて教えてください。
Yeah, it's a very good question, and I met Yozawa-san many years ago. I think we talked quite a bit. So I personally got into crypto in 2016, 2017, when the first kind of ICO phenomenon age, everyone was chasing for altcoins. That's when I got in. Got in immediately. What attracted me is the possibility of the technology, and I feel like Bitcoin really is going to revolutionize the world in terms of disrupt the current financial system. I think even now, during the wartime and the COVID, people start to realize whatever you have in the bank is not yours. It could be, free falling 80% in a day, a matter of days. And banks, a lot of times, don't offer withdrawals and things like that. And that kind of really pushed everyone towards crypto. And I think that was the original belief that we need a financial system that's more or less decentralized. Because the first part is the decentralized information through the internet. I think the second phase is the decentralization of financial system. And that's what really crypto is going to impact everyone in the world, right? So that's how I got into the space. And my background, I was running a Forex exchange. I think they are doing very well in Japan as well. I was running the whole China business for 6 to 7 years. So moving from that industry, coming into crypto, I'm a trader myself, and I had a lot of visions and ideas about crypto, because crypto is this thing new, and you imagine this new space, everyone should be very high tech, everything, but in reality, there were only 2 exchange offers derivative trading, and both of them had major problems, especially exchange were going down when people need to trade, when price is moving. So that was a huge pain. As a trader, I'm like, well, this is unacceptable. If this industry is going to grow, they need better product, right? So this is when okay, I want to present what traders used to have in Forex to crypto. That 24/7 instantaneous execution. So that's how I started Bybit, and found the tech people. It took us about 8 months to build the first prototype. And we first released in December 2018. So it has been more or less 4 years now today. Yeah.
Number 2 バイビットから見た日本市場について、日本は税制がクリプトに厳しかったり、金融庁の規制が厳しい状況ですと、このような日本のクリプト情勢、今後の展望、具体的に言うとジャパンは入っていけるのかとか、バイビットはそれからチャンスはあるのかっていうことをお聞きしたいです。
Yeah, this is a very good question. I think, first of all, Japan had always been a very important market for Bybit. We operate as pure offshore exchange. Our services cover more than 156 countries. And we realize the landscape of each country is very different. And we try to be compliant in each one of these countries. Actually, the reason I'm in Dubai now is we're going to sign a deal to move the headquarters to Dubai. And that license will cover all of our global areas to do operation. For Japan, the regular currency scene is they're very, I think, regulated in terms of fiat to token, meaning that if you want to use your Japanese yen to buy a token, it's preferably to use a local exchange. But our role as a global exchange, I think it plays the same as Binance or any other bigger players. We're a global exchange. We offer the full-on products. If any client is willingly to jump on the Bybit exchange, we don't want to be. I think one of the spirit for crypto is really to be there when clients need your product and service. So that is the mentality we have. And for any regions, I guess regardless of whether Japan or Brazil or Argentina, the Bybit way of doing things are truly globalization by localization standard. So we want to make sure, the question we ask is how do we service the users better? How do we provide better local support? How do we provide a better product than even the local exchange? So I don't think regulatory is something that it will completely ban or in a way from us or any global exchange and service to Japanese client. But ultimately, what matters is what product and service do you provide and how local do you get. And so that the clients are willingly to choose you over the local competitions because you have a better product and service. And you have the trust and connections and to build that trust and the brand in local region. So I think that's really truly matters. And of course, if at the end of the day, if FCA come to us and say strictly Bybit, you cannot do this and that, we will comply, right? But currently, I think the situation is not that. I think the situation is completely okay. We have never had any complaints from Japan, our users. So I think this is pretty good. And we also offer the capabilities for any Japanese users to download their all trading history for tax purposes and all of that. So if the users want to be compliant, we offer all of that. Yeah.
なるほどなるほど。Thank you so much. Yeah, understand. Next question. 日本には数多くのスポーツがある中で、なぜ J リーグに注目されスポンサー契約に至ったのかについてお聞きしたいと思います。お願いします。
Yeah, that's also a very good question. I think when considering sponsorship, we want something that's, I think sponsorship for us, it represents the brand. So it really creates credibility and trust. So it has to be something everyone relatable and have a massive audience, right? So we actually just signed a deal to sponsor the Formula One Red Bull racing team. We're one of their top sponsors. So when it comes to Japan, I think what a lot of the local people watch is either soccer or baseball. So we want to make sure we hit the home run on our first sponsorship and pick a team that has mass audience and awareness. So people know that we are here. We're not going to be here for the long term. We are not only sponsoring global sponsorship, but Japan to us is very dearing, so we sponsor local sponsor teams as well. And the second thing is actually, when it comes to crypto, the choices are very limited. It's not like we have many choices to pick. But it happens that the J League is very open and they understand the brand of Bybit and they think we're a global brand. They give the trust to us to allow the sponsorship to happen. So I'm very grateful for that. And I think the result turned out to be very good.
なるほどなるほど。今の質問に対してはですね、ベンさんからのご回答で、信用を、獲得すると、日本のユーザーに安心してもらうっていうために、J リーグが最もメジャーな日本でのスポーツなので採用されたということです。確かにこれについてはですね、私のメンバーシップのメンバーさんとかも、アビスタのスポンサーになったっていうのがすごくその親近感というか安心感があったみたいな話を結構聞いてるので、そういう背景があってそれがうまく機能してるなっていうことを感じました。ベンさんありがとうございます。じゃあ次の質問ですが、これもすごく似てるんですけれども、ダゾーンについてですね、あまり日本ではですねダゾーンっていうサービスは 知名度がなかったんですけれども、私の方でチェックしたらものすごくメジャーな会社で、これのタイアップっていうのはどういう狙いがあるんでしょうか。
Yeah, so I think the answer to that is very similar to why we sponsor any teams. So DAZN is one of the most popular sports streaming service or venues, and we now understand that we can reach a lot more users and clients through DAZN. Especially I think there is the World Cup, soccer World Cup, football World Cup coming end of the year. With DAZN, you'll be able to see Bybit commercials pretty much with every single matches that's happening. So I think again, it's really to open up the top of the funnels for Bybit and to give us more reach and more credibility. It's another sponsorship.
今の質問の回答としては、先ほどの J リーグと同じような形で多くのユーザーを抱えている、そういうメディアになるようなところとバイビットが提携することで、たくさんのバイビットファンの方を増やしていく、戦略の一環っていうことのようです。はい、ありがとうございます。次の質問ですが、バイビットは NFT のマーケットプレイスを最近オープンしましたけれども、NFT は多くのところがやっていて、すごいなんていうんですか、レッドオーシャンというか厳しい戦いをしているようなんですけれども、今後他の、NFT マーケットプレイスとの差別化についてと、あとはスポーツの NFT や音楽の NFT は、やっていかれる強化する予定はありますか？
Very good. I think this is a very good question. So if we look at the current landscape of the NFT, it's still mainly focused on more on the crypto inner circle and the crypto natives. We talk about crypto punk, we talk about crypto ape, and that represents a very unique class of its own. But why Bybit list a centralized exchange? And you have all the crypto natives that are on OpenSea, and that's a decentralized for NFT marketplace. What we differentiate is that I think the future of NFT represents is massive user adoption. But currently we're doing a very bad job. So by listing or offering an NFT marketplace, that was only the first move. What we are really offering is a full-on tailor-swift service, a full team of consultants to be able to talk to celebrities, to talk to sports teams, to talk as such of Avaspa, the football club, or the Red Bull racing team that we sponsored. How do we design NFT that would fit into their current reward systems, their current merchandise systems? Now, when we talk about celebrities, how do we design the whole fan token NFT to have special utilities so the fan can enjoy? And on top of it, you have games that can incorporate the NFT and whole gaming increase stores into the NFT marketplace. So the actual marketplace, it's not something that's innovative. What's innovative is the service behind. Is to bring the mass into crypto. And you will start to see that very soon. We're actually talking to multiple celebrities. We already got the exclusive right for the Red Bull racing team to issue various NFTs on the drivers and on the merchandises. And I'm hoping for Japan we'll get some big celebrities or even sports teams to be able to exclusively list on Bybit. And then all these users who are current fans of this will be able to onboard into crypto. So I think be able to design the utility part is what matters and the core, not the art, at least for this area here. And that's what centralized exchange we are good at. So you'll be able to see a lot of that happening. Yeah.
NFT でマーケットプレイスとして差別化を図るっていうよりも NFT としての付加価値をどういうふうにつけていくかっていう感じでクリプトコアの人たちとそれからマスの間に、ライトユーザーですよね、クリプト好きなんだけれどっていうそこをたくさんバイビットのファンの方が多いからその人たちにいろんな喜んでもらえる例えば施策だったりとかセレブリティに声をかけたりとかそういうことをやって、広げていくNFT をマスアダプションしていくっていう考え方のようですね。私の理解だと。はい、ありがとうございます。それじゃあ次に行きます。バイビットはネイティブトークンですね。取引所トークンとしてビットダウを作りましたけれども、例えばビットダウは最大循環量が多いように感じていると。これは私の メンバーシップのユーザーなんですけども、ホルダーの方ですね、ファンの方、例えば BNB とかでは流通量を少なくしたりとか定期的なバーンっていう戦略を、取っていると。ただ、ビットダウを応援しているので、今後どんな展望とか戦略とか許される範囲でお聞かせください。
Yeah, okay, this is a good question. I think I've been asked a lot on BitDAO. BitDAO is obviously very different than BNB. BNB is the exchange token, whereas BitDAO is the largest DAO in the world currently. I think BitDAO holds close to 2.5 billion in treasury. Currently, I'm very proud to say that the BitDAO team is extremely independent. I actually don't have any saying or power to control the team. But currently they've been working on a few very long-term play. They, I think, started the Game 7, which means working with traditional gaming companies to come up with crypto games or game to earn or game to play and to bring the mass adoption to crypto. So I think they allocate like 500 million to that project. And the next project they did was Education DAO. It was a collaboration of all the top universities, Harvard, Berkeley, and Yale, MIT, to unite all the blockchain labs to work on specific projects, such as DAO tooling and these different tools for the DAOs to operate. So I definitely feel like the DAO is the future. It's just that BitDAO has been doing a lot of long-term plays that the retail users don't see it now, because it's the point. If you imagine they are just in the angel stage of investing and then getting involved with the projects, and typically a year or 2 years later, when the result comes, you start to see many user applications of BitDAO. Now this is only the BitDAO part. So this part is a long-term play. It's a very crypto-native play. They work with ZK rollups, the layer 2s, and there are more proposals coming up, but all extremely crypto-native. What retail a lot of users tends to care is the price, right? So number one is we are going to, on the Bybit side, increase the application and user cases of BitDAO token. Number one, we're actually incorporate into the fee structure. So you'll be able to use Bit as fees, trading fees, okay? Second is that we are going to soon announce the Bybit card. You mean you can get a card, credit card, Visa, and to spend. So you can use your crypto in the exchange, USDT, Ethereum, to directly spend with no charges. What you will get on top of the credit card is a cashback reward system that will be in bits. So you spend $100, you get $5 in bits, something like that. And as you level up from a silver card, bronze card to a black, gold, whatever, the credit is different. And then how to level up, it depends on how much bit you stake on Bybit. So this is coming up, okay? Lastly is we are thinking of sending a proposal to BitDAO to start the buy and burn. So I think in a few months, most likely there will be a buy and burn mechanism going in BitDAO, but there has to be a proposal being proposed, and then all the holders will vote, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So again, it's a DAO. It's not controlled by me, but I think they are doing something wonderful over there, very long-term play. But on Bybit side, we are going to do whatever it takes to increase user application of BitDAO, and hopefully the price will reflect that. Yeah.
なるほど、素晴らしい。はい、私の理解なんですけども、まずビット DAO は DAO であると、バイビットが全てを、コントロールしているわけではないからっていうところがあって、それと BNB とかとよく、対比されたりすることはありますけど、取引所トークンっていうよりも DAO として、今事実として、世界最大規模の DAO になっているっていうのはあると。で、確かに価格面が低調なところはあると思うけれども、それは多分ね、私の考えですけど、仮想通貨他もアルトコインとか全部下がってますんで、そういうところもあるのかなっていうのと、これからやっぱりクレジットカードを使えるようになったりとか、それから取引所の手数料がやっぱり安くなるとか、そこら辺はすごい魅力だなと思いましたね。バイビットが取引所としてやっぱり拡大していくと、ビット DAO も見つけてくれる人も増えるわけですから、そういう意味でバーンとかも含めて投票にかけたりとかで、そういうことを少し視野にも入っているっていうそうなので、とにかく長期的に、見てほしいというところを、ベンさんにご説明いただきました。ありがとうございます。 じゃあ次の質問です。一方でですね、これはすごいシンプルなんですけど、バイナンスは競合の一社かなと思ったんですけれども、 BNB をバイビットで上場させた経緯は何ですか？
So it's a very good question. Yeah. First of all, we don't have any beef or we don't have any problem with Binance or FTX. I think the ecosystem is big enough that we don't have to crazy go against each other, and the market is ever growing. So everyone is looking for the new users, right? That's the relationship of the exchange. We're doing a job, and I have big respect for Binance. They're doing a tremendous job. They're the number one in the world. But for me, when I list anything, I don't care about my competitors. I care about my users. If my user asks for Binance, we'll list Binance. If my users ask for, if my Japanese users are asking for, I don't know, FTX token, we'll list FTX tokens. Because I'm here to service my clients. And if they have a demand for BNB, why not? I'm not going to put my so-called, because the exchange deals a little bit conflict of interest, to interfere my primary goal. And my primary job is to service my users. So if this user's asking for Binance token, and not only that, they ask for deposits through BUSD, the Binance stablecoin, which we enabled. So as long as user want it, we want to offer that. So I think this is the crypto spirit. Is that, you know, I'm here to do a job, and it's very open. So, you know, it's so for us it was very natural. There was no debate. It was just use this request, let's do it. And this is the Bybit culture, right? You request, we do it. You request, we do it. Yeah.
ありがとうございます。素晴らしい、かっこいい、私の理解なんですけど、すごいこれはクリアに分かりました。コンペティターっていうところで外すっていうのは、それは取引所の都合だってことですね。簡単に言うと、ユーザーベースでバイビットとしてはユーザーのディマンドですね、需要があるものをとにかく提供して最高の環境を作っていきたいっていうことみたいです。この考え方はすごい、なんていうんですか、目から鱗というか、かっこいいなと普通にシンプルに思いました。ありがとうございます。
That sounded very cool.
very cool. Very cool. では次の質問です。私はベンさんと友人を介してお会いさせていただきました。何年か前に。その時に私はすでにデリバティブの取引所で有名になっているものがもうあったので、これで同じようなもので勝つのは難しいんじゃないかと思って、その友人にも多分ベンさんにもその場でちょっと言ったと思うんですけど、私は判断を誤って応援しておかなかったことを後悔しているんですが、私が当時関心を持たなかったことについて恨みはありますか？
Yes, very much. Every day. I think of that every single day. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, we were very small at the time, so it's very understandable. And don't be confused. There are many people rejected us in the very first stage, but it's I think it's up to the Bybit team myself to prove our worthiness, so that we can always win the partners over. And the job for me to see the partners, whether it's Yuzawa-san or any Bybit client or affiliates or partners, it's not a one-time relationship. Whenever you want to jump on the board, whether you believe in the industry or believe in the company, I want the relationship to be long-term. So there's never too late. I'm very grateful you started. So I'm super happy you invited me here, and that's why I'm here today. You know, super happy. I'm very grateful. Thank you. So,
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
ありがとうございます。
We're gonna be here for a long time. It's still very early. So at some time later we look back, it's still very early stage.
ありがとうございます。
There was another question. Like the challenges or something?
そう。
すごい速度と、力点を入れた力ですね。周さんからはユーザーサポートって聞いてたんですけど、
Our philosophy is very focused on the users and what they want and deliver the product. So I think Bybit is one of the only exchange that myself, I do every 2 weeks, AMA with all the users. And that's pretty much the very interaction I enjoy the most, is to collect the feedbacks. We collect it, we get it to product, and they bang it out, they improve the things, and we release. So, you know, if for any long-term Bybit user, the changes that's happening on the exchange is very dramatic since 2 years ago, or if you look at half a year ago. So I think again, as an exchange, our job is to provide a mass adoption ready product, always able to use, never goes down, and whenever each new local region has specific demand, we will be able to tailor that into the product. So the biggest challenge for us was to grow the team and to be able to keep up with the demand. And that's why Bybit now is 2,000 people, trying to keep up with all the demand and requests and improve the product. So we don't want to get ahead of ourselves because industry is a little bit of crazy. Everyone's trying to go to moon or the Mars. But we are here to provide a very fundamental job. That's to a very usable, user interface, very smart, very easy, interactive product that never goes down and with the best liquidity, something you can relate to other than something that's really crazy out the moon in the Mars. Yeah.
確かに私もバイビットを使うようになってから毎日バイビットにアクセスをするようになって本当にバイビットの展開が楽しみなんですね。キャンペーンをやっていたりとかいろんなボーナスをやってくれたりコンテストをやってくれたりそれから現物が次から次へと上場してきたりあと手数料がこの前はガクンって下がったりしてバイビットを見てると仮想通貨の市場が分かるというかとにかくブログとかも見てるんですけどすごいワクワクするっていう展開が楽しみで多分1年後のバイビットもっと違った形になってるんだろうなってそれは今聞いててユーザー目線として思いました。次の質問をお願いします。グレーな部分なので回答が難しいかもしれませんが日本は国税局と非常に厳しいんですけれども顧客情報を日本のそういう政府タックスのところ管理局とかから開示を求められた場合そういう日本居住者の口座とか取引履歴を開示することはあるのでしょうかっていう質問を日本のユーザーが心配していまして教えてください。
No, we are not regulated in Japan. Where we're regulated, now we're moving to Dubai, but previously we were in Seychelles. With the Seychelles regulator, we are obligated to keep client information unless my regulated body is asking for it. So my regulated body currently is Seychelles. So unless Seychelles comes to me, I'm obligated to give. Any other authority cannot ask more for my client data because client data privacy overrules their request. It's up to me to decide whether I want to comply or not. But most cases, we've always had requests. If it's requests based on very extreme criminal cases, we would like to help. But in terms of tax and these type of reasons, first of all, we've never gotten the request from any Japanese authority. I think we should make that clear. But even if we do, typically, unless it's very extremely criminal basis, and they ask international help through Interpol with Seychelles, otherwise we are not obligated to comply because we have actually the fact that if we comply, the client can sue Bybit for breaching the client data privacy law under my regulated body. So I'm not willing to break the law unless it's asked by my regulators. That's basically what it is. Yeah.
ありがとうございます。はい、そうですね。皆さんも多分その日本の国税厳しいからいろんな海外取引所にこうやって情報開示とか請求してるんじゃないかって多分心配だと思うんですけど、バイビットの場合はリクエストを受けたこともないし、今のところそれをしたことがないと日本ので今後も、そういうことをすることはないっていうことをご心配しないでくださいと安心してくださいという回答でした。ありがとうございます。私はですね、バイビットさんとプロモーションにジョインをさせていただいたのが、去年の、10月ぐらいだったと思うんですね。で、そこでシンボルをジムっていう通貨を上場をしていただいたんですけれども、シンボルジムっていうのは、ERC20 とか今の仮想通貨の本流ではないところなので非常に弱いただ日本のコミュニティで、ある程度支持があるっていう根強いファンがいる状況です。でこういった、レイヤー1でイーサリアムとかと異なる小さな、そういうクリプトカレンシーが、生き残っていくためには何かそのシンボルのコミュニティに対してこういうことをやったらどうかとかっていうアドバイスみたいなのは考えられますか？
So for Bybit, we are exchange. We like to accommodate our users. We're actually going to release a voting function. So if you like to see the project you care about, you can vote for it. And if enough vote is gathered, we will list, no matter which region. And typically, not only Japan, we've listed project for Turkey, we've listed project for Argentina and these areas. Typically, as exchange, we don't interfere with the operation of the projects, and we actually have no rights to interfere. It's really up to the project themselves to promote and develop the projects. However, we want to make sure any project we list, we want to make sure they don't rug pull or they don't end up, run away with clients' money. So that's the bottom line we're checking. But as far as how to go global as a project, I think as a layer one, it's obviously very competitive. You have so many competitors. You have, Near, you have Ethereum, you have all these guys. I think if you are layer one, really you got to get into the developer community. If you are not, they should really focus on winning the developers from Ethereum over, and probably making sure. I'm not sure if this project is interoperable with Ethereum. If not, they definitely need to get a VMN going on a bridge so that whatever project is existing on Ethereum can move. So it's all about winning the hearts and the minds of the developers. Where developer are, where the layer one it is. So that would be my recommendation. But as far as how to promote everything, I think they just gotta do whatever it takes. Yeah.
これは私がリクエストをお願いされてきたメンバーさんからのね、質問だったんですけれども、私も気になっていて、シンボルジムとかっていうふうに限らず、レイヤー1で勝っていくためには開発っていうところがポイントで、私もすごいそれはよくわかる感じがしますね。やっぱりアプリが充実していったりとか、ユーザーを引きつけるようなDApps ができてこないとなかなか難しいと思うので、そこの中でブリッジとかで、どうやってユーザー獲得していくかとか、開発者コミュニティが魅力的だと感じるようなそういう開発支援とかそういうのをしていったらどうかっていうお話でした。はい、ありがとうございます。あと3つぐらいですね。バイビットはですね、すごくその日本人のユーザーから評判が良くて、最近楽しいし使いやすいで、インターフェースもいいと。それでサポートも充実していると。バイビットジャパンが欲しいっていう意見をすごく私ももらってるんですけど、そういう予定は先ほどの回答だと今のところはないですね。
Yeah, it's definitely in the plan. We're actually getting licensed all over the world. Obviously, Dubai, we're going to get one. We already got a Lithuanian license. We already got a Canadian, New Zealand, Australia license. We're working on the Canadian license. So for Japan, it's either we will apply one or we will just acquire a company with a license. So we're actually setting up a new entity. That will be the completely regulated entity. Under this new entity, we will try to get all the licenses globally and play and basically use the regulated approach for fiat gateways and all of that. So this in the works, in the plan, but I think probably second half of the year you'll see something come out.
可能性としてはゼロではないみたいですね。もしかしたら将来バイビットジャパンができる可能性もあるということでした。それは楽しみですね。ありがとうございます。あと2つなんですけども、質問はバイビットをここまで、ベンさんがチームとみんなと拡大させていく中で、悔しい思いや辛かったこととか、そういう記憶はありますか？
Yeah. So very good question. With the explosive growth, the team has grown dramatically. So we grew from 350 people in 2020. Actually, 2021, early the year 2021 to end of year 2021, which is last year, was 3,500 to 1,500. And today, from today's first quarter, March, is from 1,500 to 2,000. So with the expansion and the growth, there are a lot of internal problems. You can see that not everything is in proper place, not all the workflows are in place. Inter-team communication is a problem. People working in silos are in problems. So you have all these managerial kind of problem. That's my biggest headache. What that translates to is that we could deliver product and service faster. But with more people, we have more capability, but it's not a linear. You always lose quite a bit of efficiency on the way. So my biggest headache now, not headache, but problem to solve is to how to improve the efficiency of the company while we dramatically expanding. But this is a choice we made because the opportunity cost of not growing is so much more. The industry is ever growing and the clients are in so much demand. They want NFT. We have to build an NFT within 1 month. If you don't have people, it simply cannot be done. And the speed of Bybit delivering things are dramatically faster than before. I remember my head of Japan asking me for certain things. The lead time was 6 months. Now typically 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you know. So things are moving faster, but there are a lot of things could be done. I felt like sometimes I'm driving a car with no brake. Fire on the side, I have to put on the fire. You're the driver, you have to make sure you're on the right track while you have to keep the speed. You cannot slow down. So this is kind of the feeling I get all the time. But it's fun because that's the challenge you have and that's the growth. In retrospect, you look, it's good problem to have. You know, yeah.
350人から2021年頭、今2000人ぐらいまで1年間で増えたということで、350人でもかなり多いと思ったんですけど、どんどんバイビットは成長し、拡大しているみたいです。みんなでね応援していければと思います。ではこれが最後の質問なんですけども、プライベートではどんなことを大切にされてらっしゃるのか、例えば趣味とか、ご家族がいらっしゃるのかとかわかんないです。何かどんなことが好きなのかとかそういうのを聞かせください。
Yeah, I like to spend. I mean, I have 2 kids, I have 2 boys, so I spend a lot of time with them. 2 boys, take them out to the parks and all that. Personally, I like sports. I do wake surfing. That's why I'm very tanned. I go every week, yes. And I play tennis. So I think that takes the stress off. So all of the sports I play requires pure concentration. So I can forget about all the other things, you know. Other than that, I mean, really just, you know, have, you know, sometimes drinking with friends a little bit, you know. So that's about it, you know. Yeah.
ありがとうございます。はい。ではベンさん、バイビットはですね、これからどんな風に展開していくんでしょうか。何かプランがあったら教えてください。
We have many things coming up. I think I'm glad you asked this question. First of all, we released the Leaderboard recently. So with the Bybit Leaderboard, you'll be able to go onto Leaderboard to see the top traders. And when you click into their profile, you'll be able to see their position holdings, their previous win rate, their current 6 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month ratio of short and long, all of that. So it's a very full analysis of this trader. The next phase of that is copy trading. So client will be able to click and copy and set their risk level and risk management to be able to follow that. Do you want to translate one by one? Yes.
それって本当にあれですか？選ばれたトレーダーみたいな感じ。
The leaderboard is not selected traders, it's just like the top.
Only the trader have to enable the function to show their details.
Okay.
If they don't
So
enable
it's
it,
off-
it's
it's
only
off.
see a link. Yeah,
Okay.
right. It's, we cannot display anything based on unless their consent. Yeah.
それでミラートレードっていうかコピートレードみたいな。
が今実装中なので、
なるほど。このトレー
ダ
ダーと同じことをやりたい。好きなトレーダーと。グッド。なるほ
So
ど。
that's coming. Next one, I think Japan will go crazy. It's the Metatrader4 Mt4.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
So the Bybit Mt4, we managed to do something very unique. It's the first Mt4 that actually connect to a proper exchange. Meaning that the order you trade on Mt4, you will see it in Bybit order book being executed, and also you see the position in Bybit at the same time. So you can use Mt4 just as a terminal tool to trade. And the best part is the spread. I'll show that was on the spread. It's unbeatable. The spread is the Bybit spread. Yeah. So it's not like anything that's currently offered on this MT4 CFD product. Because I understand it's a huge market and a demand for it. And basically the spread of our product is 50 times better than anything else on the market. Plus, we've done the research, all the CFD on crypto, they charge you negative overnight interest. With us, it's the same funding fee. You can get paid or you pay. It's the same mechanism. So it's really a perpetual contract in MT4.
これ劇的に変わると思います、本当に。いやだからやっぱりあれですね、 MT4 がバイビットで使えるようになって、クリプトのトレーディングってみんな独自のプラットフォームじゃないですか。だから為替トレーダーとか個人のインディビジュアルでみんなトレーディングやってた人 MT4 でずっとやってるから、それがクリプトになると違うプラットフォームでなんか馴染めなかったんですけど、これから MT4 でやれるとなると、ユーザーもガーンって増えると思うし、為替とかからも結構移動するんじゃないかなっていう CFD とかから、そういう中で多分バイビットがすごいのはそういうユーザーが本当に求めていて、で誰かやってそうだけどやってないみたいな MT4 でトレーディング提供するってやろうとしてた人たちはいたけど結構失敗したりとか結局成立してなかったから、本当にこれがバイビットができたらすごいなって自分も思ってて、めちゃめちゃ楽しみなんですけど、実際にバイビットでトレードすると同じ環境を MT4 で使えるようになるってことなんで、これ相当すごいと思います。多分なかなか伝わってないと思うんですけど、僕もこれは説明したりものすごいプッシュしたいので、また別の動画を撮って説明しますね。ありがとうございます。
Yep. On top of that, we are unifying all the derivatives products. So currently, if you're trading a linear USDT derivatives, you have to transfer to a linear wallet and to spot wallet, to inverse wallet. So we're coming up with a portfolio margin. That's very big. It's on the back end we already worked on for almost a year to completely unify all of your margins. So one account trading all, one account margin trading all pairs, linear, inverse, including the option that's coming up, and your floating P&L can be used as margin as well. So that's a huge change. I think that would completely increase the efficiency of margin trading, and this is coming up, I would say, two months maybe. Yeah.
すごい。確かにウォレットが分かれてて、デリバティブ現物スポットと移動する、ですよね。でも他も空港員とかもそうなってて、なんか慣れちゃってたけど、それが統一される口座ができるってことなんで、これはすごいトレードがやりやすくなりますね。今のお話だと含み益とかに対してもレバレッジがかけられるみたいな証拠金として使えるっぽいので、めちゃめちゃすごい。
On top of it, there is also cross. It's a little bit complicated, meaning that you have Bitcoin in your wallet, so this one wallet, becoming one wallet. You have Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USDT. Now, in case you only have BTC, you can trade linear as well. There's a live transfer of your BTC to using it as a USDT margin to trade. Ethereum trade BTC inverse, so everything can be crossed. So it's not only one like this, it's one intercrossable everywhere.
今ってだからそうイーサやるときはイーサ現物を持ってるとか XRP 現物 BTC 現物でレバレッジをかけてトレーディングするのをその多分相当額みたいな時価計算をしてくださって一つの原資産で多分いろんなトレーディングに利用できるっぽいです。これは相当便利ですね。
Very complex system.
すごい。あともう一つちょっと聞きたかったのが MT4 で最初に使えるのはどのペアですか？ビットコイン以外にも、さっきイーサ、すごい XRP も使えるんだ。イーサ、BNB、サンド、ルナ、ビットダウ。すごい。すごい。もうめちゃめちゃ楽しみなんですけど、
これ動画で見せます？そのインターフェース。今誰どこも見せてない。
インターフェース見せていいんですか？すごい。
初めて。
すごい。こんなにいきなり最初から7種類も取引ができるみたいです。いやー、これはすごい。
We will be able to add more. This is only the phase one. We'll add basically match everything with Bybit.
いや本当にすごい。多分熱狂すると思いますね。ユーザー激変だと思いますね。ありがとうございます。
Lastly, I think is the option. I'm not sure if you know, but it's a full-on option product, a European style, and it's a linear option, which is it's the first linear option in the world, USDC based. linear option. For retail user, what it means is Bybit is the first exchange that has the full on-suite product, spot, NFT, derivatives. Within derivatives, you have linear, inverse, and an option. No other exchange have that. And what it means is that from that point on, our liquidity will be much better because the option will attract a lot of institutions. And through Bybit Earn or Wi-Fi Center now, we'll be able to offer some very unique structured wealth management product. We'll use the market liquidity and do arbitrage ourselves. No other exchange can do that because you have a portfolio margin to do that. Yeah. So this is why all of that ground building was to reach the final state. Basic Bybit has the full on suite products and no other exchange. Binance, they don't have options. They don't have the full on options capabilities. And I think that's going to be a game changer in terms of liquidity, in terms of all of the things that we offer. Yeah.
金融会社っぽく発展していくところもあるんですね。
Basically becoming like a, like an investment bank.
You have moved into crypto recently, I guess. Has that changed your life? What do you think of crypto? Why have you joined crypto?
わかりました。私は株、ストック、and foreign exchange、がメインだったんですけど、そこから最初はリップルっていうの、XRP を見つけて、そこに適当に1億3500万円、そしたら3ヶ月3 months、20倍になって、ただ博打っぽくやったらラッキーで当たって、でそのお金でクリプトにまたいろいろ再投資をして遊んでるっていう、だからただのラッキーなんですけど、もう夢のようなリターンを得て、そこからもう熱狂して2017年に始めて今5年目。他でも例えば YouTube とか、SNS でも自分の場合は、うまくいってたので、クリプトに関わったおかげで資産が倍ぐらいにはなったかなっていう。
With the wagon, yeah.
ようこそ仮想通貨。
いらっしゃいました。ありがとうございます。じゃあ最後にジャパニーズユーザーへ、ファンへ、何かメッセージを簡単にお願いします。
I think I would like to say first, thank you for the trust and support on the Bybit brand. We're going to be here for a long time. I know that the product is not perfect. There are still ways to improve. So we would like the constant feedback from the communities, whether Yodawa-san or any Japanese communities. Give us your feedback. What I can promise is Bybit is always, we want to stay to our origins, that we want to stay, listen, care, and improve. So that any feedbacks will improve our products and keep on, banging out new products for you guys. Okay, thank you.
ありがとうございます。Thank you. Thank you. ということで今日はですね、バイビットの CEO ファウンダーのベンさんに私の自宅に来て対談をさせていただきました。これからバイビットはドバイがグローバル本社になって展開する可能性が今あるみたいなので、私も非常に楽しみですし、今日のお話聞いてもうバイビットを徹底的に応援するためにささやかな力ですけれども、これからも猛プッシュですね、バイビット専属で自分はやっていこうと思ってますので、皆さんもバイビットを応援してくれたら嬉しいです。はい、ということでベンさん、本日は本当に貴重なお時間ありがとうございました。Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.